All right, so quick how-to tutorial of setting up a front half simulation when you don't have access to a legit tower to train on. So what we're gonna do is body weight step-ups, immediately followed into band simulated hoist pulls, into quick feet agility drills, into ball slams. My recommendation for anyone that's gonna do this in the gym is have your splits available. Understand how long it takes you to get up the tower, to pull the hoist, to get down the tower, and then hitting the Kaiser. So if you can get your splits timed in the same general way, it'll be able to carry over if you don't have access to a tower. Check it out. When I look back and think about how all this started. So I'm the youngest of 3 boys. Dad's a retired firefighter. My oldest brothers are firefighters, and I'm the youngest of 3. So I'm like the runt. I'm the small one out of all of us. I'm like the only Johnson that's not above 6 foot. So early on, man, it always affected me in my head, right? So I always felt I had to work harder because I was smaller. Otherwise, my big brothers were gonna beat me up. I felt like I was just the weak link, right? So early on, I would say when I was about 11, 12, I would start showing up to the gym every single morning with my dad. And I just developed a routine and a habit that I was gonna do whatever it took to get 1% better. And growing up, I was big into athletics and sports. Anything you can think of, I played, I tried. I just really liked being active, enjoyed the competition. But a lot of people ask me, it's like, man, how do I get to this level? It's like, I legit have been grinding for over 20 years. And we need to learn delayed gratification. So I think this is really big, someone starting out in their fitness journey. And this could even be in the fire service for first responders or just like anybody out there. It's just like, understand if you put in the time, the attention, the work, it is inevitable that you are going to get better. So be okay with understanding, hey, I might suck at first, but it is not unrealistic to continue to just put in the time and the reps, and then eventually you're going to be great at something, right? And I want to show other people, it doesn't matter your situation, your circumstances, but we can always push forward. So I determined like, hey, I was gonna do this and help other people. So I went through the certification process. I have many certifications, an array of different studies. I went through the National Academy of Sports and Medicine. Then I graduated into other specialties regarding nutrition, supplementation, and one of my recent ones was OPEX Fitness. And these are all just like amazing baselines to get an understanding of how to take whoever you're working with and to develop them into specifically what they're trying to accomplish. And then we advanced and always strive to improve, and we got in touch with some other high-level experts in the fitness industry, and now we're partnered with Level Method, and we are distributing this out to all firefighters, first responders, and people who just want to improve. So I can't wait to share this with you all. This is like no other program you've experienced, and it's going to make the difference for firefighters showing up complacent to becoming absolute animals on the fire ground. So stay tuned, check it out, because you don't want to miss it. Perfect. All right, so the assessment-based process This is what I utilize with every firefighter that I work with individually, the level method system. So we have partnered with Nathan Holliday. He's a subject matter expert in the fitness industry, and we have ultimately helped devise a fitness roadmap, what we call the level method. And this basically comprises of 15 standardized tests that are functional movements that we believe all firefighters, first responders, fitness enthusiasts should be able to accomplish. And it breaks it down into objective strength, relative strength, upper body push and pull, aerobic energy systems, flexibility, everything that you could imagine that your body can do. We have assigned a specific standard and an evaluation with a score. So if you can think of the mixed martial arts belt system, white belt is a beginner, black belt is advanced. When we take our individual clients through this assessment, we get to understand exactly where they fall on this map, and then we can assess and address how we progress them throughout the continuum to get them stronger, fitter, and just more capable on the job. That schedule must be real tough for Dakota. He's out on the road, he's traveling, he has a busy week, so this was like a test for him. And when I go in and I'm looking, we got some missed workouts from Dakota, and this is something I'm gonna ask him about. So everything that you see that's red that has an X is what Dakota missed. So we're gonna have to get to the bottom of that. He actually had a stall in his body weight, and he was actually getting frustrated about it. So we made some modifications with its nutrition, made sure he had good precision when he was tracking, hydrating, crushing his workouts. But what we actually found is when Dakota took some rest days, he saw a significant improvement in body weight reduction. So what that is telling us is he is super taxed. He has been training hard, and now he's inflamed, and he's been holding water. That's kind of clouding the true progress that we saw. But after this past week, we had a high weigh-in of 224, and his lowest weigh-in this week was 217. So Dakota, I was trying to bust you down, but you're actually doing an awesome job. And when I pull up his nutrition, he's crushing his nutrition. He's always hitting his protein requirements. He's staying at his calorie boundaries. And that's what it takes. Is like, if you want something great, you have to do more than what a normal person's gonna do. And that means, hey, I'm gonna track, I'm gonna be detailed, I'm gonna make sure I never fucking miss. And that is going to, in turn, get you the results that you want.
What is his biggest downfall, though?
He is such a high performer. He's on a completely different level than most people that I come in contact with. He has no quit. He is relentless in his work. His passion, the reasons why he does this is so significant. I would say with someone like Dakota, he wins, right? So when he doesn't get that instant win, it throws him off his game, because that's what high performers do. They're used to winning. They're not used to failing. So he came into a brand new sport with no understanding, and he is learning like, hey dude, normally I'm at the top, but this is a challenge. So I think it's just maintaining his mindset of not letting that eat at him, because he is a high performer, but just to understand what he has done up to this point to get him where he's at is gonna take him exactly where he wants to go. Repetition, time, and work ethic is the ruler of all, so never fucking stop, right? Something flips in your head, and now you are trying to figure out, how can I just knock off a second or two here in each little discipline. 2019, I broke the Texas state record. It was something I had been chasing since the beginning, but the level of competition was just ginormous. And I remember getting 4th in the world that year, and it was like the worst feeling ever, being that close to getting on the podium at the World Championship. So after 2019, that's when everything flipped. I was like, I'm going all in, I'm doing even more, and I'm gonna come out on top. And then that 2020 season is when I won my first World Championship, King of the Jungle. So, and then since then, I've just been pushing the envelope, holding the high level of standard, and just proving that, dude, it doesn't matter where you start, as long as you keep plugging away, you can get anywhere you want. I'm a big believer of that. Dakota doesn't believe in warming up and stretching.
It's good.
But just quick tip, take care of your body. You don't want injuries, tweaks that slow you down. So foam roll, stretch, do whatever you need. Don't always listen to Dakota.
Whoa. Life don't give you no warm up, baby. Hey, I don't know where he works at. I don't know the shit he's been through, but life has never gave me a warm up. Has it gave you one? Life didn't give. Oh, here we go.
Look at this dude.
Have we got this guy on camera yet? Okay, so hold on. If you had a car, a clown car, and big red shoes, this dude would be your man right here. Look at him. Look at him. Dude. Okay, man. Hey, him and my kids, they're gonna get along great.
We call this guy the triple threat.
Yeah.
Redhead, mustache, and mullet. You can't fuck with him.
He is the triple threat.
But what's awesome is Jason's one of our new guys at Station 8. Hard fucking worker, super motivated, always does the right thing. And he approached us, he was like, hey man, I want to try out this challenge. And he came out maybe twice, 3 times, and his first event he dropped a 2-minute on the challenge course.
Bro, you wash those?
Yeah, man.
Why? You wash them?
Heck yeah, man.
Dude, I ain't washing mine. You don't wash that stuff. Are you kidding? You washed it? Every bit of what you earned, you just washed it off.
No, man, it's different if you're a redhead. It starts to burn. It starts smelling real weird.
If you're a redhead, man.
Yeah, I always say, dude, don't wash it.
I ain't washing mine.
Make sure they smell you so they know how much work you've been putting in, right?
That's right.
Dude, yeah.
Listen, I just want to leave that mojo in there. You know what I mean? But you, I mean, dude, you got mojo coming out of you everywhere.
This is what it feels like to be at a firehouse. It's awesome.
Hey, you can't tell him anything.
All right, so plan today is, it's been about a solid week since we've been out here, so we're gonna focus on speed today. So we're actually gonna reduce our gear and we're gonna see how fast we can get our feet moving and just push the envelope, set a base time, because now we're gonna try to match what Dakota can run in his gear in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So,
because what these people don't understand is like they get on the internet and they're like, oh, well, do it with an air pack on. Well, first off, we're doing it more in a month with an air pack on than they probably are the entire year. But what they don't understand is the methodology behind it. That like you're not like, to get faster, you have to do the course faster without gear, and then try to get at that fast with gear. Like, you're not going to get faster in gear. Like, you're never going to be faster in gear than you are without the gear. So, you know, when they're out there like, oh, you know, you're doing that doesn't count, you don't have your mask on, or you don't have this on. Like, well, we're also running this multiple times a week and multiple times that day as well. So like, we got to get faster. We're not just here to get through it. So that's kind of like what the idea is like, see how fast we can do it today without gear, slick, and then try to get up to that point. And then once we get to that point again, then try to do it faster again, slick, right? That makes sense?
Absolutely,
That makes sense, Coach?
Yep.
yeah, you gotta work speed, you gotta work the loaded power and strength continuum. So there's multiple ways to train. So before you get on your keyboard and talk this hate, man, if like you see somebody busting their ass, man, take it for what it is. They're trying to improve, they're trying to grow, and that shows the insecurities and your lack of ability if you got the time to be able to post something that tries
and
to
we've
knock
all been
somebody
guilty
down,
of it, right? Like, we've all been guilty of like, oh, well, you know, that cool job, bro, that doesn't count because, you know, you didn't have your ladder belt on or whatever bullshit. But it's like at the end of the day, man, like, everybody's just trying to get better. Like, that's what it's about, is getting out there and getting those reps in and you know, making it happen. All I'm gonna say is I invite all these guys that talk shit to train with us, and I ain't seen any of them show up yet.
Make
I mean, these moments right here are about the slowest day I have. Like this is my downtime right here. Like, I mean, as soon as I'll be on the phone leaving. I mean, I got to go take that like a test today, and that'll be a two and a half hour test. I got to get my stuff ready to go tomorrow for my clinicals, and then got clinicals for 12 hours from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And then the 4th of July, I'm driving a fire truck in the parade, so I gotta get that ready, and then I gotta do coverage all day. And then, you know, Wednesday, podcast, you know, so still doing all my jobs.
Do you ever feel run down?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're seeing today. Like, you're seeing today is like just a rundown, like, it's like just like,
And it sucks because I know.
it all comes to a head, right? Like, if everything goes perfect, like I'm done with my cardiology yesterday, but I missed it by 1 point. So then I'm studying all night last night, here again, right? And it's like, it's good if everything, it's good to have a packed schedule if everything falls into place. But when one thing doesn't go as planned, like now you're behind, right? And so it's like, you gotta get faster. Yeah. They're all, you know what they all are? They're all fucking loser excuses. That's all they are. You can't bitch about eating when you beg for a full plate.
Hey, I just thought of something, man. Y'all are running pretty comparable splits out here. So I think we're just gonna set you and Jason up in Utah. And y'all
Individuals, dog.
Mano
Me and you.
y mano.
Me and you, man.
Bro, I'm gonna smoke you.
All right, dude.
You let me tell you, the best thing it would be for me is if like that back half is if we both came down that tower at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
You talk about big dogs eating.
Oh yeah. All right, so if this is,
Can we do that?
yeah, well, we can set it up like that.
Yeah.
But now we got to put something on the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got to think of
What's the
something.
wager?
Yeah, what's the bet gonna be?
Whoever wins owns the other person, right? So maybe that person that loses has to get a self-portrait tattoo.
You know what? You know what? Hey, listen. We'll do a video on the phone here in a minute, and we'll post it.
Make a poll.
And we'll let everybody do a poll of what it should be. Our times are pretty close. He's a couple seconds faster than me at everything in life. But what we decided is we're gonna have a competition.
Yeah.
So winner, we need your help because we've been trying to come up with like what the loser has to do, like on this bet at the firefighter challenge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So
Utah.
whoever in Utah runs a faster time is the winner between me and him. And the loser has to do what? So put everything in your comments down below. We want to know what the loser has to do, and whenever we select whoever has the best advice on what we should do for the bet, we're gonna send you a t-shirt, and we're gonna send you the first picture of what we have to do when we get it done, right?
Yep. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah. He ran a 129, and then I ran a 124, and then he just came back and ran a 121.
So what are you about to do?
I gotta do like
110.
I gotta do like Jared speeds now. It's like
110.
115, 110.
You gotta go
Something like-
JJ.
Yeah.
These boys are battling. Freaking love it, dude. So you had about a 36, 37 front. Your back half was a 42.
19.
Is that what you saw too?
Thanks, buddy.
Dang! All right, well, I guess I'll go again.
This is what we've been missing.
Yeah, dude, you're what I needed, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man, that's
Fuck yeah,
badass.
dude.
I'm better.
So we just finished up, where are we, 3 weeks out?
About 3 weeks out, yep.
3 weeks out, and you know, I think like in anything, like you kind of start seeing this moment usually about 2/3 of the way through, right? Like that last third is usually the hardest part of the training. It's where like shit starts going wrong, you're losing your motivation, Like it just really comes down to discipline now, right? And you're starting to see that, right? Like, you know, Jared's got an injury. I've got schools coming up. I've got like classes in life and all this other shit. And it's all the factors coming together, right? And then you've got the anxiety of, well, I've only got 3 weeks left, so that time crunch anxiety. But I think these are the moments where you gotta stay disciplined. You gotta trust the process, and it's more about the reps.
Yep.
And the rest of it's gonna come.
Absolutely. Super busy. I'm underfueled. I'm fatigued. I'm tired. We can come up with a laundry list of things why we can't, right? And then we were like, hey, how can we make this fun again? And that's why we brought in the challenge with Jason.
Yeah.
I think that revamped like some of that motivation. Let's go harder. Let's push. Let's have fun. Because now there's more on the line, right?
Yeah.
And no one likes to be the loser. But what we saw today is we did speed runs, and Dakota hit his best times. We hit a full, and man, he wasn't even happy about it, right? And then we talked, game plan, and said, hey, try this. And he made some adjustments, and then he just hit another PR. So we're seeing the progressions how we want. It's a long road. It's a hard journey, right? But we love the process. We like the grind. And if it was easy, everyone would be out here doing it, right? We want to change the culture. We want hard motherfuckers to show up and be better, growth-oriented, and carry the fire service even further than what it is. So hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, another badass episode. You know, we got 3 more weeks, and then we're going to be in Utah. Looking forward to it. We got the challenge, you know, we're putting up between me and Jason. You know, it's going to be awesome. We're going to, I think next week what we're going to start working on is our relay aspect of it, start talking about that. You know, the next episode will be more on, hey, like how we're going to put this together, the mindset behind it, the theory, the thought patterns, and kind of what, you know, the week before needs to start looking like. What's the prep look like? What is the day of going to look like? What's the plan when we go out and run this challenge, and, you know, kind of, you know, get all of our cards right, because you know you're gonna have to play the game.
Yep.
No matter what, right?
It's freaking go time.
Oh yeah, bro. Appreciate you, man. Keep owning it.
Get it.
Let's go. Come to my yard, please. I got some milkshakes.